Hello, and welcome again to No Access Required. Today's topic: what the fuck happened to gaming? I remember when gaming first became a thing that going to the pub as a young man, you would find Pac-Man and Asteroids, etc., available to play. And I remember with great fondness, during our band rehearsals, we would take breaks in the pub just down the road. We would grab a pint, play some video games, shoot the shit, as they say, and go back and finish the rehearsal. Back then, gaming was a new frontier, populated by individuals who were seen as almost mad scientists, the vanguard of a new technology, who against all the odds would produce games. From the humblest of beginnings, the ZX Spectrum, to the companies who showed a great deal of foresight in developing consoles like the 3DO. Sony's Mega Drive and Nintendo's offering have already taken their place in the history books. Microsoft provided us with the Xbox, and wow, what a treat that was. Back in the day, home entertainment wasn't at all what we find ourselves presented with today. You had to look up the schedule that was available to you on the TV channels and pick what you wanted to watch and make sure you were there to watch it. Then video came along, VHS video and Betamax. That was a whole thing. They called it the Video Wars or the Videotape Wars. It was a long time ago. You could have a device in your home and play a movie that you'd bought anytime you wanted. Anytime. Just pick it off the shelf, put it in the VHS video recorder, and press play. You were at the movies, but at home. Incredible. And along with other devices like the Atari home game system, I personally was like a dog with two dicks. I didn't know what to do first. But I can tell you, I took full advantage of it. We, as gamers, had agency. We could make choices. And that convenience was powerful. We, as gamers, started to champion the pastime. In the periodicals of the time, the word gamer became a new thing. And you wore that moniker with pride. You were new, you were happening, you were fresh, and possibly even a little subversive. Just by being a gamer, somebody who consumed games, played games, you were seen as a tech head. I wouldn't have known the arse end of a transistor from my elbow. But no, I basked in that glory. I was the future. And so the business grew. And we gamers, we were proud. It's not so long ago that gamers and gaming were still very largely seen as a child's pursuit. When you grow up as a young man, you're supposed to do manly things, whatever that means. And back then, we fought to be legitimized, to not be seen as man children. That this was just as legitimate as reading a book or going to the theatre. It's been a long, hard road, but finally, we've arrived. But as the saying goes, be careful what you wish for. I said a moment ago that gamers, when we finally started being recognised as legitimate, we became proud. We'd fought our fights and we'd won. But that comes at a price. Because now we're so very completely legitimised. Big business has fully sunk its teeth into what was a glorious pastime and turned it into a monster. Games in recent years have been full of all kinds of problematic things. Chief among them, monetization. For monetization has seen the resculpting of games as entertainment into something more like a full-time job. Monetization has seen games dissected during the development process in order to make elements of the game much more appealing, so that monetization can be attached, so that gameplay can be tweaked, so that grind becomes a thing. Back in the day, we used to buy a game, play a game, enjoy a game, talk about the game until the next game came along. But now, games have become, as I say, jobs, full of busy work, full of repetition, full of grind. Storytelling was once the backbone of gaming, an incredible journey, an adventure, with a beginning, a middle, and hopefully an incredible end. But now stories are bite-sized, paltry affairs, where the grand scope of the original concept is cut up and doled out in small, monetized chunks. And then you're expected to play the season, which is also monetized. And somehow, if the gameplay is good enough, then it can be a kind of enjoyable experience. But ultimately, after hours of grind, there's a kind of emptiness attached to it. I don't know if it's because of my history that gaming has shown me greater delights than we currently have, but the grind isn't very satisfying. Running round madly, killing everything, chasing an item from the season pass is becoming less and less fulfilling. And I, for one, yearn for the days of a great story with a beginning, middle, and end. You see, like a good book, or a good film, or a good theatrical play, we're hardwired to appreciate the beginning, the middle, and the end of a story. Our history is so entrenched in that format that gaming has committed a sin against us doing what it's done. And the problem is, when a developer comes across a great idea, the temptation to monetize is huge. Can you blame them? No. But I still do. Time and time again in the post-mortem stage of a game's life that has been monetized, we hear stories of what the game could have been, what the story originally looked like. But the game is on the business slab and will be eviscerated for profit. Gaming has turned into a war zone. Big business is buying up everything and then killing it. But out of all of that destruction, out of all of that wreckage, newness will arise. There are companies out there who are decrying the current way of doing things. They're not happy with the slash and burn aspect. They too want some security. They too want to build a history. They too want their legacy to be known. But if living this long and being a gamer for this long has taught me anything, it's that it'll all come right in the end. Do let me know what you think in the comments below. Do like, subscribe, and share if you'd like. And until next time, bye-bye.